Hello? I didn't realize that my mic was still muted. The stream has begun! I'm gonna do a quick mic equality test. Sounds good to me! Alright. Hello! Welcome one, welcome all.
Which fruits? In autumn, in never 12 cities.
I did a bit of my dailies already. Yeah, those are all done. Artificial somnambulism. Oh! I need to do these. Let's do these real quick. I feel like I will forget to do them if I don't do them right now. That's probably not the team I want to use. That's so funny. The team, like, preset menu in this game is a little wonky. Okay, I can use Medicine Pocket. Not Medicine Pocket, I can use Tooth Fairy because Medicine Pocket is over here. I can't use Lucy or Isolde. Alright.
It depends on the budget.
So not Lucy and not Isolde. Is it... Oh, maybe instead of Tooth Fairy, it's Vila time.
We make an ideal team.
What have we got going on here? Poison, 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 poison. I only had diggers here because of a different gameplay in reverse. And I think I was using that same team preset menu thing. I've been using Ezra when I do this. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I wish that... Do I have any other extra action characters that are not Isolde or Gutian or Jionyangzu? I guess I have Lilia. What if I did 2 DPS? Would that be really weird? This is where I kind of wish I had Ms. New Babel built. I guess that would count as a extra action, wouldn't it? Surely. I'm drawing a complete blank. I'm just gonna run Ezra. Sure, that's what we'll do. That's fine with
Keep
me.
the sample.
Here we are! I'm glad to be streaming again. I once again have streamed 3 times this week. I am pleased that it worked out.
I admire your courage. A good point.
I love how 6 is hiding behind that thing over here. That's really funny, actually.
Loaded.
I'll do this.
I will remember your sacrifice.
And your hypothesis.
Please,
There we
take
go.
good care of yourself.
My general plan
Just think.
is to do the event story.
No other study could show you this.
But I do want to do a little bit of limbo. Not limbo. Artificial somnambulism. Wait, this is limbo. Yeah, it is. Okay, okay. That's the other term we use for it. So if we do this, and then this, and maybe, yeah,
a good
something like
point and your
that.
hypothesis. Together, we are fearless.
We walk in long nights.
Behold,
I have not done any
taking another
polls.
look.
I've only done one 10 poll on the current banner. I mentioned that before, and I have not done any more since. I'm still saving for future Argus and the next, like, true limited character.
We share the same dream. I will remember your sacrifice.
We'll do this and
A good
this.
point. To a brighter future for everyone. Heart scale.
I will help you.
The benefits of field mapping.
I still need to learn how to play Windsong in a way that's just crazy overpowered, like so that you have a whole bunch of precast incantations showing up all at the same time. I'm not sure if I'm getting the feel for it quite yet. So, preparation, Windsong. At the start of the next round, generate precast incantation rehabilitation, which I think is, oh, this one, okay. And then, if there's no practicability on hand, which is the bigger glacier looking thing, generate an additional practicability. So I think you just want to... That's what I was doing. I was basically casting... Anytime I had a practicability card, I would cast it so that I would have lots of precasts show up. Oh, and you also get more after you do ultimate the first time. That's nice. Okay, so Windsong is buffed by Vila. Maybe we'll do this and this and debuff, and then
An academic question.
let her rip.
Power from the soil.
We walk in long nights.
Limited scale.
Let's see how
infinite
this
lives.
goes.
Confirm the coordinates.
Ooh, love that. Okay, and the ultimate made it so that these show up. That's nice. Okay.
The moment of
Do
silence.
this, heal
admire your
a
courage.
little bit, and then do some more of this other stuff. You know what I mean, right? Surely.
A new hypothesis. A good point.
Benefit from reading.
For you and for us. Behold. No other study could show you this.
Oh, almost. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I probably could have beat this stage faster than 6 rounds, but I think that's still pretty good.
I'm here, with everyone.
Time returns to speak of truth.
A new hypothesis. A good point.
Onwards!
An amazing discovery.
An amazing discovery! Last stream I completely forgot to go through my Twitch recap with everybody. I really wish I had remembered. I'm gonna hope that I have like a few people join today, and then during the second half of the stream, maybe I'll go through it then. Because I want to shout out anybody that shows up on my recap, you know? Use that as an opportunity to spread the love. Okay, team 2. Same environment situation thing. Oh, so we get the negative status of I'm polite, which is when being attacked by refined carbuncles, take additional Genesis damage. Interesting. I guess it would be nice to have 6 to cleanse that stuff. Huh. Maybe I should have saved Vila for this stage, but too late now. Does anyone else do cleansing? Tooth Fairy does.
For worn tooth.
It's unfortunate that she's a weaker Afflatus, but maybe that's fine. This is good. I feel like this is alright. Anyway, look, it's Jay! I'm using him on my team and everything, and I have his signature side tube amplification one, because I don't know how worth it is to spend a greed item on him. Let's see how this goes.
Easier to fight here than a back alley.
I feel so sad for the character that's behind this pole on the right here. He's too sad. Okay.
I can hear it.
A sharp blade.
Loading.
Please, don't resist.
I'm an artist.
I was dangerously
The light that
close
illuminates
to getting one of the Discovery Channel collab skins for Tooth Fairy or Gutian, but my ADHD got in the way, and I ended up forgetting to even be tempted. I didn't go back to the shop to go look at it before they went away, so ADHD win? Question mark? I guess. Probably. I want to
Time
do
to heat up the
this
forge.
and
Sharp
counter and this and this.
What'd you think about this?
Flirtatious48 just followed.
My turn.
Flirtatious48, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome.
Eliminate target.
Stop.
I'm just doing some artificial somnambulism stages here because I just realized that this cycle will be done in 2 days. Okay, so when... should I just keep doing this and give everybody damage dealt +1 in terms of like I mean, he's got 31 burn stacks on Jay, so... Yeah, for every stack of burn, grant all allies damage dealt +1. Oh, it's still left over from before, I think. Yeah, okay, it's still left over from before, so that's fine. Just leave it as is. And... I kind of want to heal.
No.
Sort of. Yeah. And then
Time to heat up the
counter.
forge.
And then
Loading.
Lucy some more.
Charging.
Okay, I think this
Come
is
back to me.
the setup that I want.
I'm an artist with steel.
Look at how big that shield is. Big fat shield.
Aim and shoot. Under attack.
Love it. Easy peasy.
And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
Let's see how much damage Jay did. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I imagine that's because his health got pretty low. So I think he gets a damage up because when his health goes low, when it goes under 50% or something like that. That's not bad. Like, especially when you compare it to Lucy. Wow. That's pretty cool. I'm a fan.
Just now, I accidentally looked straight into the sun.
Get another one of these. I'm up to 97 pulls that I'm saving for Argus and the next true limited character. Right, I can get this. And get those. I try to always save 1,500 of these so that I can get a crystal casket if I feel like I'm at a point where I A, need it, and B, I don't need more credits to get all of the Brief Cacophony and Moment of Dissonance that's in the same shop. Hope everyone is enjoying the event. I have been distracted by Honkai Star Rail for the last week, I'm not gonna lie.
My thanks.
Just now,
So I am
I accidentally
quite
looked straight
behind.
into the sun.
Let me show you how far. Look at that! I've only done this much. Okay, what's this? Tales and Journeys. This magazine column was always popular, but now the columnist trail has vanished near Route 77. Ah. Oh, Utu. Okay. Something about piranhas. But, before I get started on this, I kind of want to, just finish up a little boss fight that I left off at this morning. I got right up to the boss in this run. And I'd like to just smash it out. Is that a term? Maybe not. I'd like to bang it out. Maybe that's it. And then maybe get over to the event story at that point. Having ADHD means I just kind of bounce from thing to thing throughout the stream. Hope you don't mind. I guess this is fine. Cannot cast attack type incantations. After 5 stacks of stiffening chill, it changes to the freeze status. Okay. Oh, and it does it to the enemies that are in disarm status. My characters that are in disarm status. Okay. Okay. So cleansing is gonna help. When not in the stats down or negative status state, damage dealt plus 20%. And when affected by 3 or fewer, okay, 3 or fewer. I said 3 or fewers, like there's a plural form. I don't know what's going on. Lucy, I'm gonna switch you out.
Time for treatment.
For Isolde. Or maybe I'll keep Lucy there.
Battery check.
And do something like that. Mayhaps. Mayhaps. She does grant immunity. But I think I'd like the cleansing from Tooth Fairy's ult better.
Shall I ask the enemy for their tactics?
Something like that, I guess. I've been doing this run off and on, so I've just been kind of haphazardly adding items here, and I have not kept track of what I've got. I just know that I wanted lots of weapons so that I could put the weapons next to the weapon to make the weapon more weapony. Oh, if the enemy is in poison status, blah blah blah. Well, I don't have any poison in this team, unfortunately. Okay. Let's run in. Let's see how it goes. Man, they just freeze us right off the bat. At the start of the round, a random character gets freeze for 1 round. That's so annoying! Why? Can I just cleanse it right away? It's cleansable. Yeah. I mean, is it worth cleansing, though? Using an AP just to cleanse her? Maybe not worth it.
The moment of utterance.
I can hear it.
Loading.
Maybe I'll do this. No, let's... I keep changing my mind. Do this,
I can hear
this,
Charging.
this, and
Loading.
this.
Learn from silence.
Faraday's miracle. Aim and shoot.
Just noticed Lucy has a taunt
Shell damaged.
effect on her. I didn't realize she had a taunt thing on her. What? Where did that come from? It went away. What do I have that gives taunt? Like I said, I was losing track of what I was adding at a certain point. Maybe the enemy does it to me? I don't know. Wait, why are you still frozen? It says 1 round. Man. Okay, it does mental damage. Do I let it sit? I kind of need her to heal Lucy, not gonna lie. Ooh.
The moment of utterance.
It is here.
And then do this. Oh wait, no. Lucy's not gonna be cleansed. What am I talking about? I messed up a little bit. That's fine.
Shell damaged.
No! So annoying.
The moment of silence.
Okay, that'll fix those.
I can hear it.
Oh, I can't play this because it's got the stupid frozen thingy on it. I think that's weird, actually. I think that's weird.
Until the torch is lit.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Target confirmed.
Stay balanced.
I'm not worried about this fight, though. It'll be fine. I am a little annoyed by the weird freezing thing. I didn't realize she had Dispel on her. She should have been cleansed, but okay. Whatever.
The moment of utterance.
Oh, wait a second.
The moment of silence.
It is here.
We
Oh,
walk
wait a
in
second.
long nights.
Did I mess up again? Does Lucy have loose arm? She does, doesn't she? And I didn't cleanse it, so that's not gonna do anything. There's so many things to keep track of! Ugh. Oh well. Uh-oh. Surely we'll be fine. Oh. Oh boy. Youch! Let's see. What can I do? Let's do this to the balloon party heal.
No.
Heal up a bit. And then I guess finish it off.
Circuit functioning properly. Loading. Charging.
I win? Question mark?
I, Robot, Child of Science.
I win.
Victory secure.
Although our health is kind of low.
I should excuse myself.
Okay. Outside of battles, when stress decreases, deduct 10 times the number of... Oh, that thing. I don't quite understand what's going on with that. Incantation might up is nice. I have some discs. I don't have, like, a crazy amount. I can get 3 of them. Wow. Okay, what if I did that? And that. And this way. Oh. Oh. Is it Gutian time? Maybe? Sure. I just like him so much.
Lorelei, why is she hiding there?
I'm not gonna keep on moving through this, but I am gonna like just pick out some stuff and refine my build a little bit. Guide artifacts no longer drop. Obtain 60 gold Finch coins. I don't want to limit what I get. Can I go like this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and now this is 120 damage bonus. Wonderbar. And that thing. This thing, right, okay. Now it's plus 14% incantation might. Okay, nice. So, the last time I did, Dust, whatever this roguelike mode is called, I can't remember. Someone in chat mentioned, like, oh, don't forget you can increase the number and do things, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I finally figured it out. I apparently had completely breezed past that the first time I did this, new mode of it. But now I'm doing the run with a omen, I guess, which means I get more coins, but I lose some of them after leaving shopping time each time. Which is perfectly fine, and it's just 1 instead of like a crazy high number, so it shouldn't be crazy difficult. And yeah, that's how things are looking on that run right now. A series of dusks, that's what it is. I wish I could look at this during, but oh well. Really quick, let's just sit here and enjoy the music because it's really nice. And I'll get a drink of juice. One of my favorite OSTs from the game. Woo! I'm gonna sit upright. Okay. I think it's time for us to do the event story. When does the next mains bulletin come out? Just out of curiosity. 2 days. Okay. Sweet. As you can see, I triple S'd the Darkness of the Abyss. I'm very proud of myself. I only needed a teeny tiny bit of help. In terms of, like, tips and tricks. Alright. I'm so excited! The last thing I did was on my own. I did this one. Where Verton and Lilia run into Tuesday holding a baby. And there's like these new critters called Moo or something. And they're not usually known to attack humans, but they were attacking Tuesday. So that was a little suspicious. But now I guess we're gonna show up at the motel. Finally. It's like a week later for me that I'm finally showing up at the motel. I like this little lobby area. It's so nice to see new backgrounds in the game. They always reuse assets a lot. They reuse assets, but at least I feel like they reuse assets pretty well most of the time. Chameleon's here. Hello. Wave wave. I literally just started chapter 4. I never know if I'm supposed to call these chapters or not because the main story has chapters, you know. I'll call this part 4 or something. Scene 4. Whatever. Oh, the music is nice. The maid stands behind the front desk in the motel lobby. She's checking in her new guests.
That'll be $25 altogether.
Cheap.
Will that be on card or cash?
Cash, please.
The maid holds up the passport, comparing the information on it.
Hey, do you know if there's an armament factory in the town nearby?
An armament factory?
Wow. That's very specific. She studies Lily's outfit and smiles as she responds.
Yes, there is one. Would you like a map?
She opens a drawer, pulls out a map, and hands it to her.
If you plan on visiting, make sure to return early. It can be a difficult walk in the dark.
There just so happens to be an armament factory, huh? Lilia quickly finds the town labeled Chisos on the map. I think they mentioned that in the trailer.
Doesn't seem far from here.
It's about an hour's walk. I'd recommend leaving tomorrow morning. It's getting late. It's best not to be outside at night.
Thanks, but I'm going right now.
She moves with swift purpose to the front door.
Nothing can go wrong as long as I have Red 38 by my side.
Call me if anything happens.
Like what? I can handle myself.
A rush of wind enters as Lily opens the door and makes her way out of the motel.
Don't worry. She'll check in later.
Here's your passport.
Have you been working here since the opening of this place?
Yes.
How's business?
The maid laughs softly.
Not too great. It's the off-season now. You don't seem too good at small talk. Is there anything you'd like to ask?
I don't think she's that bad at small talk. I feel like this is the small talk I would do. Am I not good at small talk? Now I'm feeling very self-conscious.
I do have one question. Have you seen a sheep-headed arcanist around?
Oh, right. What's Virgin here for in the first place? They were headed somewhere for some reason, and then their driver abandoned them because he was scared of the place. That's all the details I can remember. Chameleon says Virgin did not pass the vibe check, LMAO. She shows the information provided by the Foundation.
Oh, that's not a face you'd easily forget. And why are you looking for this arcanist?
Looking for an editor of v2?
V2. I think I've heard of that before.
So now we can all be on the same page on how to say that, I guess.
That's a magazine specially made for arcanists, right? Well, I'm sorry to say that I've never met an arcanist with the head of a sheep. I can help you ask around if you...
Suddenly, the ceiling starts to tremble. What? Surge of arcane energy comes from above.
What? Sounds like something's going wrong upstairs. Sorry about that. Let's head up. Your room's on the second floor, too. Then we can take a look at what's happened.
Sounds good.
Just so you know, the guests upstairs are a little...
A little what? The maid hesitates.
Well, you can stay behind me if you like.
What?
How about it?
It's Argus! A voice echoes from down the hall.
It's just a simple room swap. I'm sure it won't be no trouble at all for a generous lady such as yourself.
Room swap.
That's the guest staying in room 210. She arrived here the night before yesterday.
Oh. Trying to put the events together in my head. They're looking for Barbara because she might have info on Erd. I remember them mentioning Erd. Right. And Lily wants to get her room back from a Xenobase. Right. I remember that part. I think they said that back in the car. Yeah. I remember something about info about Erd. Yeah, contact her and ask her about Erd. That probably is all they said. Yeah.
She was injured when she came in. Seems it didn't take her long to recover. But I don't quite understand why she insists on swapping rooms with the other guests. If she does the same to you, please call the front desk. I'll do my best to help.
Why don't you offer her your help? She needs it more than I do.
Oh, things don't work like that here, miss. Everyone has their own secrets. With the variety of guests we get, it's best to keep your mouth shut. Or else somebody will shut it for you. Although there are fewer bounty hunters around these days. My advice is to stay quiet if you don't want any trouble. Especially if you're dealing with an armed mercenary. You know how things like that play out down here in Texas, don't you?
Argus is armed.
Understood.
The voice down the hall continues.
Or do you have something else in mind?
Is your room bigger and better than this one?
A more lively voice chimes in. It's Miss
That's
Kimberly.
The guest of room 218 speaking. She too is a young lady like you.
You're just sharing all sorts of info.
You remember all the guests and their room numbers?
I guess she's sharing that they don't have sheep's heads. Or something. Remember the guests and their room numbers.
You'd remember her too if she'd been staying in your motel for a month.
Uh-huh.
Miss Kimberly's been here for just over that.
Miss Kimberly. What is she up to? The maid quickly moves toward the source of the voice. The man before her looks haggard, his back slightly hunched, his eyes yellowed and cloudy.
Mirror. The mirror.
Mr. Stefan, are you coming out for some fresh air?
Everyone in the hallway turns to look at the maid.
Maid, you're just in time.
Oh.
I'd like to swap rooms with this Kimberly lady.
If Miss Kimberly and yourself have come to an agreement, then I see no reason why you can't do so.
The man makes a dry, rasping sound, his vocal cords trembling unnaturally. It's like he's speaking for the first time in his life. I like that description. That's one of my favorite metaphors I think I've ever heard come out of this game. That's creepy.
Timekeeper?
What?
Have we met?
This response seems to trigger something. His expression twists.
Vertin.
That's me. Do I know you, sir?
I saw you. In the newspaper.
Okay.
The newspaper, that vacuum bomb. Did you see the explosion?
What?
You must have, because you made it happen. You dropped the bomb, you murderers.
Vacuum bomb. Dropped the bomb and made an explosion and killed people.
But have any of you been brought to justice? No, not a single one. Instead, you were congratulated and given medals.
Is this at all related to main story things?
Revolting. Disgusting. Why were you rewarded for murder?
He blabbers on, working himself into a frenzy.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck in this hotel. Lord, is this what my life has come to?
But we've never met before. I don't even know your name, sir.
Well, no, he saw you in the newspaper. That's why he knows you.
You don't know me, but I'll get the truth out.
Right.
I'll expose your crimes to the public.
The man's deranged rant continues, his knuckles turning white as he clenches his fists.
That rotting woman in the tub.
Eh?
That sheep-headed monster.
What?
And that one inside the mirror.
Mirror is like... Is that Caconia related?
Sheep-headed, you say? Wait, sir.
Shh. Don't startle him. He's totally crazy.
I should have known it was all fake. If they're giving out medals for killing people, then I should have one too. That shiny medal. It should be mine.
Now what are you talking about? He bites down hard on his lip, his cloudy eyes staring straight ahead. He steps forward.
Stay back!
But the man has already lunged at them. Oh yeah, this chapter was gonna have a fight in it. I forgot. Ooh, the music is very intense. See, look, it says Team 1. I wish that they would keep story mission teams separate from artificial somnambulism teams. Okay. Wait, what? A Xeno officer on the run? A Xeno officer? What? Okay, so what happened with Xeno? Something about... Huh. And the base has Lilia's broom. Oh, he does better after he takes a bunch of damage from one attack. Oh. Wait. Crit rate minus 50%, damage taken reduction plus 30%. So I guess it's one or the other kind of situation. Maybe it's better if we do burst damage? I guess. Oh wait, this is the part where... This is the reason why my Team 1 characters were all really low level. It's because when I'm doing these story chapters, I want to take advantage of the lower level characters that I have.
There will be some differences between...
I seldom work together with others, but this is not bad.
Onwards. Why not?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. A bit crowded here.
This track is really wild sounding.
Playtime, boys and girls.
Drunk.
Wow. Pause.
Oh, I can't agree more.
Walking training.
A ravishing rainbow. Be careful, young man.
So I guess the counter is the ult. Okay, this is just a shield. Alrighty, that's fine.
Just in time.
Affirmative.
Just as planned. Cheer up. Umbrella and around.
Be careful, young man.
Easy peasy.
Just in time.
Wow.
Oh, I can't agree more.
Victory secure. I should excuse myself.
Bye, 6. Our stoic boy. A single blow from the butt of the mercenary's shotgun knocks the man out. What? I skipped past it because she was just saying ... but... She's excited by violence! Ah! Red flag!
I'm ever so sorry about all this, Miss Verton. You've only just arrived, and you've had to deal with so much trouble already.
Oh, it's no trouble. In fact, I'm glad that we came here. That man said he'd seen a sheep-headed monster.
Oh, that. He's quite delusional. Surely you won't take the ramblings of a madman for a fact, will you? He's been peculiar since the day he checked in. He spasms and twitches, and pays little attention to his surroundings. It's best not to have a face-to-face conversation with him. Who knows what he'll do next?
Hey, you, maid. Enough chatter. You have a job to do.
Tuesday does a lot of talking for someone who's like working and all that. It's interesting. It's almost like she's trying to control what people think about things and how they are. The girl impatiently interrupts their conversation.
I've accepted the offer this, Miss Argus made. What's next? What should we do?
Apologies, Miss Kimberly. I'll be with you in a moment. Could the both of you wait for me at the front desk? The rooms need a tidy up before they can be occupied. You may take a rest on the couch in the lobby while you wait. Miss Verton, I'm afraid I'll have to leave you here. Do you mind going to your room alone?
Not at all.
What about that shaking we heard earlier? The suitcase sways with her steps as she heads to her room. Oh. The air pulses with the flow of arcane energy.
Ma'am, you can just leave the room as it is. If you clean it, it'll interfere with my work. You might want to check on that Kimberly lady. She looks starved. She wouldn't stop shaking.
A cluster of emerald light sparks in the mercenary's left eye, scattering like a bird unfurling its brilliant tail feathers. I love this game. It's so dramatic. It's a really dramatic game. No one can deny that. So she says that Kimberly looks starved and wouldn't stop shaking. Huh.
Oh, Miss Kimberly, would you like something to eat?
I'm fine.
The guest's face visibly sours.
I agreed to change rooms, didn't I? Why are you two still mocking me?
Jeez. Chameleon. The language is so flowery for no reason, right? Oh my, I love it. I know. At first I was just like, so... It would make me tired to a certain extent. Like, it's just like, okay, what are we saying is actually happening? And what are we saying is like it's actually happening? But I'm finally getting used to it, and that coupled with the improved translation, it makes it much easier to read and enjoy, genuinely.
You're not exactly a pleasant person to do business with. You know that, right?
Well, darn. What got you so riled up? It's too late now. A deal's a deal. You can backpedal if you like, but it ain't wise to mess with the girl packing heat down here in Texas.
Threatening her.
Later, Miss Kimberly.
My favorite is when they called Isolde's brother Spring's favorite child in the narration. Like, very pretty, but what the F are you saying? Oh my gosh. I don't remember that, but that's because there's just so many crazy metaphors in this game that they all just kind of run together in my head. Mercenary's eye gleams as she turns the lock and enters her hard-worn room.
Skill.
Oh. Okay. Spidey sense tingling, Verton? I finally get some stuff. Just a little bit. It's gonna be a while before I catch up enough to be able to get all of the special limited stuff. I'll do that later. Let's keep going with the story. Here we go, array time. Now, what's up here? Oh, like that's the bathroom, and that's the door to the room. And normally there's a wall here, but we're seeing through it. Okay. I understand, graphic designers. The door creaks as she opens it, and her nostrils are hit with a distinct scent of floor wax. She flips the switch, and after a brief hum of electricity, the room lights up.
That man, Stefan, he clearly knows something. But he appears to be rather mentally unstable, and he's hostile towards me.
That was really cute when Vertin was looking down, kind of sad that someone doesn't like her.
Adam Z cautioned me on this. I must be extra careful when dealing with people like him. Should make sure I have a backup plan in place before proceeding.
Can we stop for a moment and just appreciate Vertin? I don't think I'm ever gonna forget Vertin as an MC. She has made an impression on me. She's such a excellently designed and written main character. She has just enough personality while still kind of letting you put yourself on, you know, putting yourself in her shoes as the main character as you play the game. And also, her design is just so cute. I love her hat and her hair and her outfit. I love how it's very tomboy. It makes me very happy. I mean, part of that is probably because when you make your main character kind of an androgynous, then you can skip making a male and female version, and then you just have one character that, you know, people of whatever gender can play it and see themselves in that character, sort of.
Still no sign of Lilia.
There's that downcast look again. She tries contacting her on her communication device, but the line is busy. She tries again, but still no luck.
Did she get in trouble?
The phone on the nightstand rings. It vibrates violently. Ugh, creepy!
Hello?
A series of strange tapping sounds comes from the other end of the line.
Is that Miss Tuesday?
Is that Morse code? That's gotta be Morse code. Oh dear. Why not? Why not look it up? Let's have fun. Let's do the fun thing. Give me a second. I can make this fun for all of us. Just give me one moment. Tick, tick, tack, tack. Tuk, 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 tuk. It's more fun together. Okay, so here's Morse code. As a reference. Now let's listen to what we heard so far.
Hello?
Oh, we don't get to hear that. Tap, tap, tap?
Hello? Is that Miss Tuesday?
We don't get to hear it again? That's dumb. Okay, is it going to do it anymore? The short and long sounds are distinct. They form a certain rhythm.
Oh,
yeah.
I think I know what this is.
Yeah. Was I talking? Is this short, long, short? Short, long, short would be R. Okay. Hang on a second. We'll keep going. We'll keep doing this. Why the heck not? Let's have fun with it. So, R.
That's an R.
Oh, she's gonna do it for us. That's boring. I want to go further back, though. That is an E. I should probably just give up at this point. Boop. Boop. But at least we can look at the Morse code while we're checking this out with Verton.
E.
S.
S.
Short, long, long, short is P.
P.
Three long is O.
O.
The thoughts are complete.
Respond.
But like, what were the taps before then? What, didn't we start from the middle of the word? A message conveyed through Morse code. A means of communication that sacrifices efficiency for safety. It's commonly used in intelligence, but rarely for anything else. Why would there be such a message in a motel? Telephone rings again. She picks it up without hesitation.
Hello? Is this Miss Verton?
Let's see. Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna move this all the way over. Just in case we need it again. Who knows? It'll be right up here. Why not?
Miss Tuesday?
Yes. I have an announcement for you. There's a service outage going on in the area. Some critters nibbled through the cables of a nearby signal tower. But all our internal phone lines are still running well.
She's trying to explain, oh, whatever you just heard was just nonsense.
I see.
It should be repaired soon since we share the signal tower with that armament factory. I apologize for any inconvenience this may cause.
It should be repaired soon.
I'll bring you dinner up later. It's on the house.
Ask about dinner.
May I ask what's on the menu?
We have one free meal a day. A ham sandwich and a glass of milk. If you'd like to have something else, we've also got roast chicken and hummus and a few simple Mexican dishes.
Thank you. I'll ask my friend what she thinks when she comes back.
Oh, and the kitchen closes at 9. Please take note of that. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm good for now. Thank you.
As she hangs up, she feels a light touch on her neck, like a feather brushing against her skin. What? She reflexively touches her neck. It's a spider's web. She follows it up to the corner of the ceiling.
Spiders?
A spider falls onto the surface of the wooden cabinet. It moves its slender legs, crawling from one shadowy spot to another. As it moves, sparks ignite in the air. Then, in the glow of an arcane skill, she can see everything clearly.
Is that an arcane array? The pattern's familiar.
The surface of the bedside cabinet has a rough engraving on it. She traces the markings with her fingers, trying to discern their texture and direction. The array burns her fingertips, and in that momentary pain, memories are awakened.
Yes, I've definitely seen this before.
Okay.
When I was in school.
Flashback time!
This is an extremely dangerous array, one that you are prohibited from using. It can go easily beyond the caster's control. We study Arcanum and tame it for our use, but once its power surpasses our limits, it is highly likely that it will lead to our own destruction. I need you all to remember that. It'll be in your next exam.
The students put their heads down, and the sound of a scribbling fills the classroom.
Verton, are you listening?
Sonata!
The instructor just said it'd be in the next exam. If you like, You can check my notes.
BB! The top student nervously clutches her notebook in her hands.
Oh, thank you. My mind was somewhere else.
Baby fruities! We get to see babies! I'm so happy. Oh.
Why have they made it a key point of the exam if we can't even use it?
I mean, because it's important to know what's dangerous. I'm actually kind of impressed with the school that they would include it instead of just being like, no, this is forbidden stuff. We're not going to teach you anything about it.
I see. They didn't teach us about arrays so that we could use them. They wanted us to be able to identify them so that we could avoid danger.
That's an interesting noise. She looks out the window. It's getting dark.
It's highly likely to cause an explosion or other severe consequences if I act too hastily.
The array glows faintly.
Lilia still hasn't come back. I must find someone else to help.
What qualities should an ally have? Decisiveness, efficiency, some means of offense or self-defense. A sudden knock on the door interrupts her thoughts. She opens it to a familiar face.
Hey, we met back in the hallway, remember? Now it's your turn.
What exactly do you want from me, miss?
Hi! Mercenary raises her eyebrow.
Well, it's simple. The person I'm looking for is right here in this motel, and I'm scouring every corner of it to find her.
Are you looking for... Wait a second. You're looking for that person's family member or
Missy,
something.
I don't want to make things hard for you. Name your price, and we can talk.
If this person's gone to such great lengths to avoid you, perhaps she doesn't want to see you at all.
That's a good argument.
Well, that ain't my concern, is it? A job's a job. Whether it's catching a cheating spouse, tracking someone down.
Very well. But you'll have to look elsewhere, I'm afraid. There's no one but me in this room.
Look, I know what I'm doing. How about you turn around and take a good look around the room?
So you can knock me out as soon as I turn my back to you.
The mercenary gives a hearty laugh.
Missy, if that were my plan, I wouldn't have spent all this time talking to you. I much prefer to do my business pleasantly. I don't like to see things get too ugly.
I see.
Fine. If you don't want to turn around, I'll tell you what I see.
The mercenary squints, that same emerald light shimmering in her eye. So that's what they were talking about earlier with the crazy metaphor about a bird.
You've burned your finger there. You should be more careful.
This is...
Don't look like a fire burn to me. Looks like this room has a couple secrets, too.
The mercenary shifts her gaze to the room further away.
So you touched an arcane array, and its power burned you. How's that for a guess? Pretty close, huh?
She examines the mercenary's burning emerald eye.
This is my arcane skill. It allows me to see the traces that people leave behind. That's how I get these jobs, you see. Ain't nothing happening that don't leave a trace. If there ain't no trace, then it never happened. I came to your room to look for evidence, not a person.
I see. You want to know whether the person you're tracking has been here, right?
Now we're talking.
Before I let you investigate the room, I have one more question. You take jobs from people nearby, don't you?
Of course. It's obvious, ain't it?
She doesn't get the response she wants. In this familiar silence, the experienced mercenary smells an imminent deal. It's a mixture of caution and trust, anticipation and doubt.
You seem more intrigued by my profession than my peculiar request. You're in trouble, ain't you? Then let me formally introduce myself. The name's Argus. I'm 26, and I have extensive experience as a mercenary.
Let's make a deal. You may search this room all you like, and I won't say a thing. But in return, I'd like your assistance in my own investigation.
How, exactly?
Can you tell when that array on the cupboard was drawn?
Argus slings her shotgun over her shoulder and crouches down beside the nightstand. After a brief examination, she gives her assessment.
Less than 24 hours ago.
In other words, this was left behind by the last guest who stayed in this room.
Argus shakes her head.
Can't say for certain.
Okay. Let's keep going. There really is an armament factory.
Let's see what you've got in there for me.
She wanders the factory, eventually spotting a large crate covered in postage stamps in the receiving room. Crate is nailed tightly shut as she squints, having only the moonlight to help her read the words on the box. Hey!
Hey, buddy!
She squats down and inspects the crate. After tapping it a few times, she frowns.
They just left her in a wooden box. What kind of safekeeping is this? Anyway, I don't have much time. I'll settle that with them later.
Grabs the crate, tries to lift it. It doesn't budge. It's bound by arcanum.
Alright, at least they bothered to put a gravity ritual on it.
Light footsteps echo behind her. What?
Are you also preparing to evacuate?
Is this the person that Argus is looking for? Hey, I think so. A slender girl stands before her, a basket in her arms.
Perfect timing. Are you in charge here?
The girl looks her up and down before giving a sweet smile.
No, I'm not in charge of anything, Lieutenant. I'm just passing through. I'm Kayla, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's the name of the person that guy asked Argus to look for.
I heard some rattling here and thought some of those kids might have come back to steal weapons again. These things aren't cheap, and the kids know it.
Kids stealing from the military? Huh, that's a new one. Where are the guards here?
Oh, didn't they tell you, Lieutenant?
The girl sounds surprised.
The army stationed here started evacuating a month ago.
Oh.
There aren't many of them around these days.
Evacuating?
Foundation's report was correct. Lilia senses impending danger.
Then where can I find the soldiers that are still here?
You're new in town, right? Did you see a bar on your way here? That's where the Xeno soldiers spend their nights drinking. You might want to check there first. That's probably where you'll find him.
Him? What does he look like?
Like every other Xeno soldier. They all look the same to me. You'll know him when you see him.
Okay. She pauses, looking the pilot up and down.
But I have to tell you, the bar doesn't like outsiders. Have you heard of the Order of Enlightenment? It's an occult society. Very active these days. They were preaching in this town just a few days ago. Today is their day of prayer.
And, what does that have to do with me?
The bar you're going to is where they gather to pray. That's all I know. If you're going up there, please, be careful.
Huh, thanks.
Lilia turns and leaves. The girl watches her as she goes.
May the sufferer watch over you.
She's part of the Order of Enlightenment.
Great sufferer, by your decree, the glory of former days shall grace our present path.
She whispers a prayer. As she clasps her hands together, the black facets of her ring shimmer. Now, the question is, did Lilia notice that? Because she is known to be pretty smart.
Great Sufferer, by your decree, the glory of former days shall grace our present path.
We dedicate our souls and minds to you. We seek the well-being of our people in your name.
A solemn atmosphere fills the bar. A small group is gathered under the dim lights, some in black robes, others in everyday clothes. They lean on each other like brothers and sisters. The man leading the prayer raises his glass and gives a toast.
May the Sufferer watch over you.
The bar owner.
Under the grace, may our cups overflow. To the Sufferer!
To the Sufferer! The bar door flings open.
Huh? Odd time for a stranger to come.
The young pilot looks
Not
around.
crashing the party, am I?
Head straight to the bar where the shelves glitter with various bottles.
Napa Valley, Californian Red, Kentucky whiskey. Ha! There's a lot of good stuff here. One vodka, straight. The best you got.
It ain't business hours, lady.
She knows that sound. Someone's cocking a gun just inches away from her.
Hey, all I did was ask for a drink. Is this how you treat your customers?
As I said, we ain't serving you.
Why? Don't you have vodka? Fine, I can settle for whiskey. Have to learn to take what we can get, eh?
You ain't getting that either.
Seriously? You don't have any whiskey?
She glances at the whiskey bottles lining the shelves.
I'm starting to understand why Zeno evacuated. What's the point of living in a town where there's no real liquor? Especially for those drunkards.
What's a Xeno lieutenant doing here anyway? No alcohol fuel in that warehouse of yours?
The patrons laugh.
Huh. You sure have some interesting drinking habits down here. But I'm curious. What did the Sufferer promise you to make you all change your faith? I mean, that's quite an achievement. Especially here in Texas.
Ooh! Narrowly avoids a billet, whizzes past her hair.
Oh, so we're doing this now? Are we?
Fight time! Fight time is the right time. Mm-hmm. Boo-boo-boo.
Be prepared.
Very well. The enemies don't seem to be in the habit of wearing gas masks.
Okay.
Down.
Forward. Left.
Walking trainer.
Please don't worry about me.
Vehicle is very strong. Alright.
Pause.
Forward. Left.
So sorry, miss.
Hey!
Down.
One target attack. Alright.
This is Eagle. Target found.
Oh, you get the +1 Moxie if you have shield after this attack. That's how that works. Alright.
Run. Start running.
Lawrence, take the offensive.
Huh.
Wabam! It's always 6 at the end of these battles. Oh boy. Bottles crash to the floor, splashing alcohol all over the bar.
Look, I don't care what you're doing here. Just tell me where that Xena soldier went.
Sorry, I had to yawn. Goodness. She looks down at the bar owner slumped over the counter.
What Xeno soldier?
The man strains to open his swollen eyes.
Don't play dumb with me.
That soldier. He's a complete idiot, that one. It's obvious that Xeno's abandoned him. But he insists that they left him here. Because they believe that only he could keep the warehouse safe. Why are you looking for him now? If you decided to ditch him in the first place.
Listen, I can tell you guys aren't the biggest fans of Xeno, but that has nothing to do with me. I'm just here to get my stuff back.
He takes a labored breath.
Fine. If you insist on finding him, try your luck on the outskirts of town. He might be drinking there.
Thanks.
She steps over the unconscious man beside her and leaves the bar. That's very Lilia of her. I assume I won't need this Morse code thing anymore. Boop. I'll keep it there for this event, I guess. Who knows? Maybe it'll come in handy again sometime. From Andreas Sylvester to the office of the Vice President of the St. Pavlov Foundation. Month of surveillance. My team has identified several Manus Vindictae agents operating in the southern United States. So we keep on mentioning a month ago. 3 have been traveling between Dallas, Austin, and Houston. They're likely establishing information and supply channels for the Order of Enlightenment. Alright, they use aliases and disguise potions to keep their exact identities and numbers hidden. However, at least 5 false identities have been confirmed. I think the findings further substantiate our hypothesis that the Order of Enlightenment is planning to carry out an unprecedented arcane ritual. Reports indicate a spy known as Ms. Grace, active in Texas. We await your directive on whether to pursue further surveillance. Okay, reply to this person, Andrea Sylvester. Thank you for your efforts. Documented your intelligence. Regarding Ms. Grace, I'm fully aware of the situation. Given the unknown intentions of the spy, I recommend a strategy of non-interference. Allow her to proceed in her actions for further observation. From Vice President Constantine of St. Pavlov Foundation. Constantine, have we met that person? I feel like we have. Probably. Alright, what's going on back here?
We can't say for sure if this ritual was created by the last guest.
Oh, the lady in chapter 4? Oh, the really mean lady? Her hair is all tied up on top of her head. And then she's playing chess. And she's like... She made it so that all of Verton's friends got reversed. Okay, so she... At this point is, yeah, she's the vice president of the St. Pavlov Foundation. And she's like, okay, we don't know what the spy's up to, so just continue observing without doing anything. Okay. Got it. Good memory. That name did sound familiar.
Fact is, you can find all kinds of unusual markings in this motel. Most of them less than a month old. Very recent indeed. The maid said that there aren't many tourists these days, so my guess is that a group of skilled arcanists have left their work in every room. Based on the markings I've seen so far, there were about 3 to 5 people in this group.
And was there a sheep-headed arcanist among them?
Well, that I don't know. What I can say, though, is that there was a sheep living in here. I saw some hoof prints on the hallway floor.
What? What? What?
It looked like someone had stayed in this motel with a sheep. Sounds pretty odd, but I suppose it ain't too strange given the local farmland.
I'm pretty sure Barbara doesn't have hooves. Right?
But I'm sure this will catch your attention.
What?
We all know that sheep walk on 4 hooves, but the hoof prints I saw were different. They were small and delicate, and most importantly, followed the movement pattern of a human. Judging by the trail, the owner of the hoof prints was about the size of a slender kid, maybe 5 feet tall.
It's very handy that we have this character who's very much a Sherlock Holmes style detective who can detect things like that.
That's it. That's the one I'm looking for.
Don't I know it? They can question my morals, but nobody can question my competence. So,
I
may I enter
imagine.
your room now, Miss Verdon?
Please.
Now, let's start with this little thing. The carvings are new. No sign of woodworm damage or moisture absorption.
Sherlock Holmes with a shotgun. That's a wild image.
These splinters along the edge are extremely sharp.
She dips her finger into a dark red, crumbly residue.
Is this dried blood?
She rubs the granules between her finger and thumb, reducing them to a fine
Blood
powder.
was used as the medium for this array. The circle isn't fully closed here, and the lines are a bit uneven. Whoever drew this doesn't seem to be an expert.
Oh.
You know how to deal with this, right?
All you have to do is ask, boss. You might—
We need to destroy it as quickly as possible. I think it's been left by a dangerous occult group.
Hold on.
She places a pillow over the wood and pulls the trigger. Wow. After a faint gunshot, the lingering light goes out. Squelch. Fresh blood oozes from the array, settling in the faded carvings.
Is that blood?
The mercenary, unfazed, dips her finger into the red liquid and sniffs it.
Yep. The blood of an arcanist. So it can't be Kayla's.
Can you discern the owner's identity?
I ain't all-knowing. I can't identify people by their blood. No. I'll need more than just blood to find out who was here.
She fishes out a dusty sheepskin journal from the gap between the cabinet and the wall. Sheepskin! You know what? She, she's kind of like Marcus, isn't she? So soon after that story.
We are the beginning and the original source of metals. Through us, the highest tincture of art is brewed. There is neither a spring nor water like mine. I heal and help both the rich and the poor. Yet I am full of hurtful poison. What the hell does that mean?
It's a quote from a text on alchemy.
All challenges will be resolved with the provision of sufficient and high-quality materials and the precise execution of the array. But where do we find these materials?
She continues to flick through the journal, releasing the accumulated alchemical residue on its pages into the air. On the last page, tortured words are scrawled on the paper. It looks like something a criminal would write in their final moments before their death sentence.
What was once sundered shall reunite.
Her nose burns as barely visible sparks heat the air.
I've seen this handwriting before.
And here, my phone number.
What? The mercenary pulls out the crumpled bill from her pocket, comparing the handwriting with that in the journal.
Yep, this is definitely the same.
What?
That sound. It's a Flying Arrow M1903 pistol. Kimberly? What's wrong with her now? I better go check it out, boss. Something don't seem right.
Yeah.
You coming? That Kimberly must have run into something.
What the heck? That's an excellent cliffhanger right there. And I'm gonna leave you all hanging with it. I'm gonna get up, stretch, get something to drink, use the restroom, and I recommend you all do the same. Let's all meet back here in a few minutes, okay? Be right back. Alright. We are back at it. Continuing into part 8. What was that? Gunshot. What happened with Ms. Kimberly? Oh boy. The thick carpet in the hallway is usually enough to dampen any sounds, but no amount of soundproofing could stop the sound of a gunshot from echoing through the place. At its source, Stefan's limp, twitching body lies on the floor. There's a gaping hole in his head. She's trembling in fear.
Is he still alive?
Just when I thought you couldn't get any dumber.
Is this a suicide?
He pulled out the gun and shot himself in the head. His brain splattered on the walls and flowed onto the floor.
Wow. Should I put a warning on my stream? Let's do that just to be safe. Violent and graphic depictions. All right. Boop. There we go. Argus kneels down to examine the body.
There's gunshot residue and powder burns near the wound. Gunpowder particles on his fingers. There's no doubt. He died from a gunshot wound. The bullet was fired from the pistol in his hand and went straight through his skull. But this ain't just any pistol. It's a Xeno pistol. You've got yourself in some serious trouble, Missy.
It wasn't me!
Her face is still pale, but she manages to stop her shaking.
I'm just an innocent, sad, terrified girl who just happened to pass by.
Well, Miss Innocent, Sad, and Terrified, if you want to prove your innocence, start by telling us what happened here. And mind you, I will call you out if you lie. The evidence here will tell me what's true and what ain't.
Chameleon says, she's just a girl. This is an interesting narrative device they've got here. They've already told the audience in the previous event that Ms. Kimberly is a crazy murder lady. But now they've put her at the scene of some kind of murder crime thing. And now they've introduced a new character who's really good at sussing out the truth using the details around her. So that creates a lot of tension in the scene. Excellent writing! Good job, game! She points to her eye.
If you're so clever, then why are you asking me? Just figure it out yourself.
Her protestation is weak. She quickly gives in. Right, the mystery ambience is so good. Yeah!
All right, I'll tell you. This madman has been harassing me.
I feel like the game developers, the people that write this game, are big nerds. They are just big nerds. They love all sorts of media, including horror and other stuff and history. And it really does show.
Ever since I moved into this place, I'd often seen him pacing around in the hallway.
Did Tuesday mention that Ms. Kimberly has been here for a month or something?
Day and night, he'd stomp around out here. He didn't care if anyone else was trying to sleep. I thought he must have had a lot on his mind, like he was troubled or something. So I asked him what happened.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
sunken eyes were bloodshot. Every fiber of his being screamed that something was wrong with him. Sir, if you have any problems, there are many ways to solve them. But pacing in the hallway isn't one of them. Plus, it disrupts everyone's sleep. I swear I didn't say anything too harsh, but he was just downright rude.
Get the hell away! Get out of my face!
Excuse me! That's pretty rude, you know. I had no desire to argue with the madman. Thankfully, the maid intervened when she heard what was going on. I have no idea what she said to him, but eventually they came to terms. He stopped pacing the hallway from then on. That was a relief. I'm sure the other guests would agree. That maid can vouch for what I've said. Ask her yourselves.
Now will their stories line up?
After, I found a letter from Stefan on the floor of my room. It'd been slid under my door.
In
the letter, he apologized for his behavior. Should I make peace with him? I thought. As I wondered, I took a look through the peephole. It was strange.
What?
I couldn't see a thing. It was pitch black out there. Is it broken? I wondered. Before I could dwell on it too much, the phone rang. I was startled, but it was just the front desk calling.
Hello, Miss Kimberly.
Is it dinner time already?
No. Is there an issue between Mr. Stefan and yourself?
She seemed hesitant to speak.
I know it's not my place to ask, but the situation is a little concerning. Mr. Stefan is standing at your door.
Oh, jeez.
His face pressed up against it.
Oh,
I just want to confirm that everything's all right between you two.
That got me. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh boy. And like the build up to it was so good. They like this the audio build up to it. There was that unsettling tension building in the background audio. Woo-hoo-hoo!
And that's what happened.
Calm down, miss. It's all over now. Do you still have that letter with you?
I knew it was coming and it made it worse. What? Oh dear. I didn't really know what was coming at all. I didn't know where that was headed at all. I just knew that there was something that was really, really wrong. A look of disgust comes from Ms. Kimberly's face as she gestures to the trash can nearby.
Who'd hold on to that? I threw it out right away. It's somewhere in that bin.
Argus quickly retrieves the crumpled piece of paper from the trash can. Smooths it out on her palm and reads its contents. Chameleon. I've played it before, so I knew there was a screamer, but somehow it still got me. Oh, really? Did you play the CN version or something? Oh boy. Oh, oh, it still got you as you were watching my stream of it. That's what you were talking about, yeah. Probably also because I'm the one who's deciding when to go to the next thing, you know? I was just kind of clicking through it pretty quickly, so it just showed up.
Dear Ms. Kimberly, I've got a question already. How did he know your name? You didn't know each other well enough to have exchanged them, did you?
I'm the victim here, damn it! You can't interrogate me like this. But if you must know, maybe he heard it when my friend called me.
Your friend?
Why? What's so odd about that? A young girl like myself should never travel alone to places like this.
She continues in her indignation. Did she bring that big monster with her?
I need someone to make my bed and prepare my clothes and, most importantly, I need to eat. I wouldn't even be here if I weren't looking for...
Wait, yeah, what, Argus was saying that she looked like she needed something to eat. Or something. She gasps, covering her mouth with her hand. But Argus isn't listening. She continues to read the letter aloud.
I want to apologize for my behavior earlier in the hallway.
Looks like a perfectly normal letter to me. No hints that this is from a man on the verge of a mental breakdown.
If you won't take my word for it, go ahead and ask the maid. She was there. She can vouch for me.
I mean, we're not doubting you. We're just doubting the letter itself.
Please. We weren't accusing you of anything.
Argus lets out a laugh.
Though graphology has been criticized a lot these days, I gotta say, this looks more like a woman's handwriting to me.
So you mean Stefan was a woman?
Lady! Her regression seems to dissipate and her eyes widen and her mouth drops.
You still with us, Missy? What I'm suggesting is that Mr. Stefan didn't write this letter, but a woman did. But that's just speculation. Chances are Mr. Stefan's handwriting was just a little feminine. I'll keep this letter for now. Back to my questions. If the story you told is true, then why are you at the scene of his death? Did you go looking for him, even after all the weird things he'd done?
I was hungry, okay? That's a good enough answer for you? I got to starve myself.
Hungry? If I remember correctly, the motel offers room service, and you get 1 free meal a day, so even if you ain't got no money, you have enough food to get by.
What do you know?
She looks flustered.
I'm not eating one of those ham sandwiches.
Alright, so you've got some standards when it comes to food. Let's drop that. You were there when he fired the shot, right? What happened then? Take your time and think it through. There's no rush.
About 15 minutes ago, I thought my friend had returned from town. She always brings something amazing with her, so I opened the door. The last thing I expected was to see Stefan standing there. Who'd have thought that he could get back on his feet so quickly after the beating he took?
Wait a second. He took a beating? Am I forgetting something?
I was terrified when I saw him there. He towered over me, one hand on the doorframe and the other pushing against the door. I slammed the door shut. I thought he'd let go, but he didn't. The door closed on his fingers.
I understand now. I understand it all. You're with Zeno, aren't you?
His fingers were bent at a peculiar angle.
Ugh.
It must have been painful, but he didn't seem to feel the pain at all. The fracturing of his fingers was no more painful than mosquito bite to him.
We kicked his ass earlier. That's right. I totally forgot about that part.
You came to me and made me drop my guard so that one day you could turn me in for a bounty. But why me? Why are you doing this to me? It wasn't me who made the plan. It wasn't me who executed it. It wasn't me who pressed that damn button. All I did was expose their crime to the rest of the world. Tell me, why else would they want my head so desperately if they didn't believe they were guilty? In the meantime, the actual killers are treated as heroes. But I'm the hero. Me. But all my sorry ass gets is a lifetime of hiding out in some random motel in the middle of nowhere. This world is sick.
What the hell are you talking about?
Come on, drop the act. Right after you spoke to me, Vertin showed up at my door. Are you trying to tell me that that was just by chance?
Burton. He totally ignored my question.
The world has fallen ill. I can see that now. The realm above truly does exist. How else would we have gotten the idea of a perfect heavenly realm?
Burton came to his door?
Obviously, it doesn't exist in this world.
I don't care. Even if that place does exist, it has nothing to do with you. Get out of the way. I'm closing the door.
But at least I get to decide when I step through that door, right?
I had no idea what he was talking about, and he didn't give me much chance to figure it out either.
I'm afraid your mission is doomed to fail, young lady.
In that moment, a smile of relief came over his face, and without a moment's hesitation, he pressed the pistol against his temple and pulled the trigger.
Huh? Your mission is doomed to fail.
And you know the rest.
The gun is in the different hand compared to that scene we saw just now. I don't know if it matters, but I'm just making a note in case it does matter. The approaching footsteps stop abruptly. They turn to the source. The maid stands before the group, showing just the right amount of surprise as her eyes fall upon the body.
What's going on in here?
This man killed himself.
Oh dear. There's blood everywhere. It'll be a lot of work to clean it all up, and with the weather being so hot, the room will soon start to smell. All the carpets have to go.
The maid lets out a long sigh, her tone tinged with annoyance.
Miss Tuesday, can I ask you a question?
Yes?
Have you ever had any guests who looked like or claimed themselves to be Manus Vindictae?
Manus Vindictae?
Her face flushes as she smiles faintly.
I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Could you explain in more detail?
Most of them dress in blue and black. Some drool a fair bit, and most of them can't speak in full sentences. The most notable feature is that they all wear masks shaped like hands. Have you seen any before?
Masks shaped like hands?
She taps her finger on her chin.
No, I've never had a guest who wore a hand-shaped mask. Never seen anyone in blue and black either. But if an organization was going to do something in secret, I don't think they'd be too public about it.
Hey, lady.
Argus doesn't hesitate to interrupt the conversation.
Take me to his room.
She points the barrel of her gun at Stefan's corpse.
Oh, it shouldn't be too hard for you to find the room yourself, right, Miss Argus? After all, that's how you make a living. But I can just tell it to you. It's 214. You must be curious about that room. I'm surprised. You've been in almost every room in the motel, and you've been here for 2 days. You're like a child in your curiosity. This place would be much safer if you were the sheriff here. Anyway, I hope you can find that girl soon.
Did Argus tell her that she was looking for a girl? Standing before the bloody corpse, she looks down and gently adjusts the baby in her arms. Whee! Murder mystery! And that's his room.
Why do you want to go to Stefan's room exactly? Is it related to our investigation?
Well, of course, boss. I'm here looking for Kayla, just as you're looking for that sheep-headed...
She falls into an unusual silence.
What is it?
That arcanist you're looking for. Is her name Barbara?
You know her?
Yep. We met.
Oh! Wait a second! Why didn't she say that sooner?
On Route 77.
She should have remembered that way sooner.
I just got done asking 2 men about Kayla's whereabouts and saw that it was getting dark. My sight ain't so good at night, and the nights are long these days. So I was in a bit of a hurry, hoping to get somewhere with proper lights as fast as I could. That's when I saw her, Barbara, all alone by the road. Some jerk of a driver dumped her there, and she asked me for a ride. I turned her down. Heck, I could hardly see. She'd have been better off waiting for the next driver than riding with a blind bat like me, you know?
Okay.
But as I drove away, I changed my mind. She was too young to be
Right,
left out there
right.
all by herself. So I turned back to get her. But when I arrived, she was already gone. There was nothing but a trail of hoof prints in the dirt.
Oh, see, she does leave hoof prints. Okay.
When I got to the motel, I saw those hoof prints again. I gotta say, I was kinda relieved to see them. At least she made it here safely.
And is she still here?
Well, I've never seen any hoof prints leaving the motel. But that don't mean she's still here. You gotta be mindful of what your mind picks up and what might slip you by. It's easy to ignore other evidence when what you've seen already fits your hypothesis. That being said, it's still likely that she's somewhere in the motel.
All right. Then let's look for her.
It seems we're in agreement. To room 214.
202. 203.
She counts the doors. They walk down the hallway. Whoa! Woo! That was fun. Out of the corner of her eye, a flash of red catches her attention.
I've checked those too. Ain't much in them.
Argus, did you see a red door just now?
A red door?
Nothing. Must have been my imagination.
One moment. I'm going to answer the phone real quick. Never mind, it was nothing. I got a phone call too. Maybe there was Morse code and I didn't notice. They approach the end of the hallway. They spot room 214. The door is slightly ajar. Clearly, Stefan left in a hurry. The thick curtains are pulled shut, blocking out almost all the light from outside. They're hit with the stale, sour smell of old alcohol. The glow in Argus's eye flickers like a light with a faulty circuit. There's another metaphor for her eye.
Are you alright? Can you...
Don't worry about it. Ain't the first time this has happened. This eye issue runs in the family. It's the price we pay for having our arcane power.
I see. The mercenary glances around the room, a slight frown on her face.
Now, what are we looking for, boss? People leave all kinds of evidence behind all the time. It'll be like wandering around in the woods without a compass if we don't know what we're looking for. So if you don't want to be inundated with meaningless clues, you need to give me some directions.
Alright. First, I'd like to know what happened to Barbara. Second...
Fleeting images surface in her mind.
Whether Manus Vindicte has been here, or anyone from that Order of Enlightenment. And last, about Mr. Stefan. The pistol he used was a xeno-military weapon, and he seemed to know about my relation to the vacuum bomb operation. It's likely that he once held a high rank within the xeno-military.
Huh. So are we talking about the bomb that they dropped on Arcana? Maybe? Something like that? That's the only bomb explosion that I can think of that Verton was connected to.
I want to know why he came to this motel, and what happened to make him
lose his mind here. What makes you think he wasn't crazy already?
Xeno pays much more attention to its soldiers' mental well-being than any conventional military organization. It's because quite a few of them are arcanists. They're both Xeno's strength and weakness, so I'm inclined to think Mr. Stefan developed these mental health issues after entering the motel.
Huh. Is that so? I gotta say, I don't know much about all this military institution stuff. Right, so here's the plan. First, locate Barbara. Second, look for any signs of Manus Vindictae or the Order of Enlightenment. And third, find out how poor old Stefan lost his marbles. And of course, I've got my own business to deal with. Tracking down Kayla.
She starts to meticulously search the room.
Hey boss, I've got something.
There's a series of small but clear traces imprinted in the dust.
These footprints are from a spider. Looks like the little guy went back and forth along here quite a few times. I know this might not seem pertinent to our investigation, but it is worth noting. You ever seen a spider make a phone call?
And there was a spider in Verton's room, and it showed up around the same time that that phone call happened.
I'm afraid I'm not interested in the movements of spiders right now.
Probably should be, though.
Come on, boss. Loosen up a little.
The sound of dripping water.
Do you hear that? Sounds like dripping water.
That's what we just said. With every drip, a water stain grows larger and larger on the wallpaper.
I'm sure it's just the motel plumbing.
But
the stain gradually takes the form of a hand, its 5 fingers all clearly defined. Is this showing up in the image somewhere and I'm just not noticing where it is?
Watch out!
Suddenly, the hand pulls itself from the wall and slams down. Oh boy. What is it? Beloved dog. What? Oh, you can dispel this thing if you target your ally with healing, buff, counter, or channel. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna use, like, actual good units this time.
It depends on the budget.
We'll do this,
We make an ideal team.
and this, and this.
Keep the sample.
This should be pretty quick.
The moment of silence.
A good point. Hot steel.
Learn from silence.
Taking another look.
Easy peasy.
The moment of utterance.
A new hypothesis. A good point.
Benefit from reading.
Calculating distance.
3 hours, 15 minutes left. No, nothing. Let's move on to the next.
Oliver Fogg.
This place is definitely more than meets the eye.
I'm with you on that. There's just too much Arcanum-related weirdness going on here. Never seen so many arrays in a motel before.
But we've only found one.
In your room, yeah. But there are a load more.
Yeah, Argus
One room
mentioned,
has
I
them
think.
drawn from floor to ceiling. Looked like some kind of transformation array to me. I ain't no expert, so I can't say for sure.
Didn't that note say something about either Manus Vindictae or Order of Illumination, whatever they're called, transforming their appearance?
What are they trying to do, I wonder?
Who knows?
Hide in plain sight, perhaps. I'm just guessing. She continues searching the room.
Oh, boss. You might be interested in this.
She peers under the bed.
It's another one, just like the others.
A huge array lies beneath the bed. It's scattered with dark crystals. The design is familiar.
I've seen this before. It was also drawn in that parchment notebook. This is indeed a transformation array. But it's not in its full form.
They were trying something. Check it out.
She plucks a hair from the carpet.
This is hair from the mane of a howler lion. And there are some other materials around it too. Not exactly sure what they are though. They're too finely ground.
The mane of a howler lion.
But one thing's for sure. Someone held a ceremony here, and for some reason, it didn't work out for them.
This is important. The Foundation needs to know about this.
The air is silent.
Argus?
The mercenary doesn't respond. She's still staring at the strand of hair between her fingers. It's chestnut colored. What?
This is Kayla's hair. She was here, in this room.
How do you know that it's hers specifically?
Or at least someone who came into contact with her.
Yeah. I liked that line read. That was really good line read. Good acting. Fun stuff. Phone ring. Is it going to be more Morse code? I've got the Morse code table ready still. Oh, we're not going to hear yet. Who? Oh, it's Lilia. Lilia and the person on the outskirts of town who is from the Xeno thing. Factory. There we go. A man lies in the grass just outside of town. He's strumming a guitar and humming to himself. How picturesque.
Ah, this is the life. A warm, beautiful night, a cold drink, and no one but me and the stars in the sky. Maybe I'll just lay here till morning.
A young Xeno soldier, his eyes hazy from intoxication. He raises his flask to the twinkling stars above.
A good night with good drinks! I wish every day could be like this.
A dark figure looms over him, but in his blurred vision he can't make out who it is.
Hey, buddy, you're blocking my view.
Huh? Are you stargazing?
The soldier blinks. He knows that voice.
Has anyone ever told you that you sound awfully like Lieutenant Lilia? The rider of Red 38? Heard of her? No one can fly like her.
Of course.
The soldier concentrates, getting the figure's face a little more into focus.
Oh my... You even look like her!
I love this actor. He's
Keep playing
his
dumb,
line reading
and
is
I'll
really
show you what
good.
it's like to have her kick your ass.
The soldier's drunken eyes finally focus to see Lilia herself, a look of displeasure on her face. He stumbles to his feet, dropping the flask in his hand on the way up. Tries to salute, but almost falls flat on his face in the attempt.
Lieutenant Lilia! Airman First Class Andreas, at your service.
Hey! Andreas is the name of the person that sent the report! Luckily, he manages to complete the wobbly salute.
Are you the warehouse guard?
She looks at the soldier doubtfully.
Yes, ma'am.
Few would so eagerly admit to the dereliction of their duties. In a way, he possesses exceptional
On your
courage.
feet, soldier. My Red 38 is in your warehouse for maintenance, and I need you to remove the gravity ritual from it.
Gravity ritual?
If you don't understand what I'm saying, go get someone who does. I need it today.
The soldier ponders, slowed by his inebriation. Just as Lilia is about to lose her patience, the soldier's eyes light up.
Oh, right. The gravity ritual.
Huh.
Yes, I know. Please, come with me. I'll take you to the warehouse.
Are you certain you can undo the ritual?
Yes, ma'am. They made sure I got the hang of it before they took off. Leave it to me.
Lead the way, soldier.
They stand side by side in the factory, the wooden crate before them.
Open it.
Oh, I remember this package. I thought it was some kind of joke, or someone with the same name as you sent the package. Who would have thought that you'd come to Texas yourself?
He rambles on. Lilia's patience is coming to an end.
Hurry up, soldier. Open the crate. Now.
Ma'am, I know you want to do this quick, but... I haven't been authorized to undo this incantation.
What? Why didn't you say that earlier?
If you can't do it, find me someone who can. I won't say it a third time.
Truth be told, there's no one else to turn to. I'm the only one left. I was made an airman first class to do this job. I was still in training before this, you see.
Proudly pats his chest.
The others were either transferred back to headquarters or just left. I don't know where they are now. But since they entrusted me with such an important task, I'm sure I have a bright future ahead of me.
That's nice.
You just said you aren't authorized, not that you don't have the ability, right? I have two options for you. 1, remove the ritual now. Or 2, I beat your ass, and then you remove the ritual.
Well...
Choose! No more gibbering.
She readies her fist.
I picked the second one.
Wow. She's genuinely confused.
You see, I'm happy to get rid of the ritual for you, but I can't do it on my own initiative. I'm only an airman first class. I can't make decisions about this stuff, so you have to beat me up to avoid future inquiries. One day, after I'm promoted, I'll be able to better assist you, ma'am. I mean, you're the best pilot I've ever seen. I even made a scrapbook of the reports on your flights.
Before he can finish what he's saying, Lilia has already clocked him.
Alright, no screaming, soldier. Let's do this.
Am I the only one who really likes this guy? He's really growing on me. Each hit seems to clear his head a little more. By the time his face is completely swollen, he has snapped back to reality.
Stop! This is plenty to prove my innocence. I'll undo the ritual now.
He squats down and performs the necessary movements around the crate. Flash of light and the crate opens.
Oof.
Ta-da!
You almost blinded me there.
She eagerly grabs the Red 38 and feels the familiar touch of the cold metal in her palm.
Thanks, soldier. There's one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know why Zeno pulled out of here so suddenly?
He squints, trying to remember.
They said it was an order from the top.
The top?
And that's all I was told. But word is, it was because Admiral Igor got real mad about the video leak of the vacuum bomb.
Yes, he's so fun, LMAO. Yeah! I'm sad that he doesn't have eyes. But I guess all of the NPCs in this game either have their faces covered or they have no eyes, so that's just the way it is.
But that's just a rumor. Ever since the evacuation, strange things have started to happen.
Such as?
Now, hang on a second. Admiral Igor. Okay, I'm gonna remember that name because every single name in this game ends up being important later on. Admiral Igor, or Igor, one of those. Let's see, we'll just play it again.
And that's all I was told. But word is, it was because Admiral Igor got real mad about the video leak of the vacuum bomb.
Igor.
We started getting visitors from this group called the Order of Enlightenment.
Right.
And now the farmers have stopped tending their fields.
What?
The cattle and sheep have been abandoned in the wilderness.
What?
All the townsfolk do now is go to these gatherings, hoping that the sufferer will bring them eternal joy.
And Zeno's like, we're just not going to engage. Let's leave.
I don't know who this sufferer is, but he ain't doing any good here.
Where do those people stay? In the town?
It's a ways away, I think.
The soldier struggles to recall.
A place called Tuesday's Motel.
I knew it.
Berlin, Vertin! I have to go back.
She clasps the red 38 with both hands, the cool grooves of the metal settling into her grasp.
Let's get out of here, girl.
With a victorious stance, she mounts the red 38. Excellent sound editing. A silver light traces an arc in the sky as the pilot leaves the factory and disappears into the night.
Safe travels, ma'am!
The young soldier calls out after her, his voice soon swallowed by the night. Such good writing with visuals in this part. Visuals and audio. Short-distance flights are no challenge for Lilia. She lands near the motel, guided by its glowing sign. The shadows of the trees around it look like hunched human figures. Creepy. Oh, that was great with the earbuds
this
in.
motel?
Because she like flew from one of my earbuds to the other earbud, from the right to the left. That was great. Highly recommend, as they say, highly recommend playing this game with headphones in. It does make a difference. Feel something tap her on the shoulder from behind.
Hello. Can you give me a ride?
I can't help you. Ask someone else.
Can you give me a ride?
Wait, is this like Barbara? Barbara was asking for a ride, but this doesn't look like Barbara, judging by the silhouette.
I said I can't help you.
The repeated questions are getting on her nerves. She swivels around, ready to give the questioner a piece of her mind, but freezes on the spot. There's a girl wearing an outdated outfit. Her face has no discernible features, like it's been smoothed over with cement.
Oh! Can I have some chocolate?
The faceless girl holds out a candy wrapper.
I met a kind man who gave me some chocolate. I've never tasted anything so sweet.
The hell? Stay away from me!
Can I have that candy?
Ooh.
More! I want more!
Oh boy. She opens her mouth wide, revealing a row of razor-sharp teeth.
Stop asking me for candy! This isn't Halloween, idiot!
I liked that. That was great. I'm sad that we didn't get to play this during October, but that's how it was last time with Nightmare at Green Lake, so it is what it is. Wow. Bath invitation. What? Oh, the stress mechanic is here. Okay. Oh, this seems similar to the other enemies we were going against. Let's smash through this pretty quickly. There's a bathtub. I feel like a bathtub is often used as a motif in horror movies, so this feels really apt. I think it makes a lot of sense.
I admire your courage.
The moments of silence.
A good point.
Keep up the pace.
The benefits of field mapping.
Dread.
I will remember your sacrifice.
A new hypothesis. A good point.
Together, we are fearless.
Behold. No other study could show you this.
Keep going. For our dream, comrade.
Hey.
The pilot relaxes her poised fists when she recognizes the person in front of her.
It's you.
Are you alright? You look pale.
You shouldn't sneak up on people like that. I could have hurt you.
My apologies. But you're safe now that you're at the motel. No need to be frightened.
Okay. Alright. Fun, creepy story. Alright, what are the side things here? Small town tales. Every town has its own story, some fit for prime time, others for filling slots. So is this one that's fit for filling slots? Pierce came back early this morning, scared out of his mind. I'd never seen the kid so freaked out. He sped through town and only slammed on the brakes when he got to the front door as if something was chasing him. Birds were chirping the whole night long. So that's 10 days later. I had never seen so many of them gathered together. Oh boy, they were so noisy, I barely slept a wink. Ruth was scared. She thought it was some kind of omen. Those long-beaked birdies weren't afraid of shotguns, that's for sure. I fired a shot at them, but only a few got spooked enough to fly away. Father Morgan suggested hiring a bird control team. We should kill all the birds once for all, rather than scare them off. Is this a reference to The Birds? Alfred Hitchcock's famous horror movie, The Birds? I feel like I need to watch that movie. Had a nightmare, a very vivid one, though I can't for the life remember what it was all about now. Ruth woke up scared too. I comforted her. It's just a nightmare, nothing more. Pierce didn't come back from Houston, but the police sure did. They said Pierce's employer in Houston reported him missing, thinking he ran off with their money. I wouldn't put it past that sly fox. April. All night long, the birds were making that racket again. I thought I was dreaming, but it was real. There were so many birds, they were blocking out the sun. It is a Birds reference! 2 days later, the birds scattered. Everyone looked kind of strange. It had been ages since I saw Marita walking her dog, and Ruth started bawling over the most trivial things. It's unnerving. 5 days later, Johnny's back in town, looking like his soul got swallowed up by the devil. I saw him running, screaming like a madman. Then he just collapsed on the lawn all of a sudden, crying and begging for something to spare him. Father Morgan came, but he had this strange look about him. I heard what Johnny was saying. He was mumbling on and on about a motel. A month later, I talked to a realtor. Yeah, it came to that. I'm finally thinking about moving. Why? I don't know. I guess you could call it a gut feeling. Maybe my mind can be eased a bit somewhere new. Discipline, discipline. Written in a notebook. Recorded by Lieutenant Mulder. Mulder? Is that supposed to sound like Mulder? Like from X-Files? I wonder. September 1990. Admiral Igor addressed the conduct of 3 subordinates and implemented the following measures. Ineffective leadership during training. Issued a severe warning and reassigned. Breach of military discipline. Gave a severe reprimand. Imposed 3 days of confinement. Failure to complete assigned tasks within a timeline. Warning and assigned additional personnel to assist. Source of the leak has been identified as Stefan Garcia. Leaked content. Vacuum bomb explosion footage? Okay. It is evident that the Admiral's stringent measures are aimed at reinforcing military discipline. We must ensure that every officer and soldier adheres strictly to their duties. Some officers believe he has been excessively harsh recently. Discuss this with them. High Command's perspective. Arrange a meeting for the Admiral. Tracking target K. Texas. Awaiting scout report. Is that Kayla? K for Kayla? That's the only thing I can think of. Where are we at? Alright. I'm gonna get a drink of juice real quick. Okay. Before I start the next thing, should I look at my Twitch thing or no? Maybe I'll just save that right for the end, because it always feels like the most amount of people show up at the end of the stream anyway. Oh boy, that looks like Ms. Kimberly. And we have another fight coming up. Oh yeah, the phone call. Let's see. Argus presses the speaker button on the telephone. The tapping sound! Okay, okay. I'm glad I kept it. Morse code time. Here we go. I have it ready. In case anyone wants to play along. They're giving it to us way too fast. I want to look it up myself. E. Dun 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 dun. L. Dun 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 dun. P.
Help.
I tried not looking at the screen and only looking at the delayed recording in my stream manager. Dun dun dun. So D. Wait. They say it's B. My thing says it's D, not B. Dun dun. That's A. A? They did it wrong. It's
B-A-A. Is that the sound of a sheep?
It should have been dun dit dit dit. But they did dun dit dit.
You noticed it too, huh? Ain't no way that's a human on the other end. It's gotta be some kind of animal.
And wait, it's no way that it's a human on the other end? It's I don't think that is a fair assumption at this point. But it probably does mean that it's Barbara. I would assume that much. Like she's trying to communicate who she is.
Animal.
Based on those sounds and the tracks and the dust.
Oh!
I figure it's something small, like a... One sec, boss.
She fishes something out of her pocket and pops it into her mouth.
Pikrasma candy. Using your arcane
Hey!
skills so frequently must be tiring.
Aw.
You should take a break.
Okay, everybody, listen to Vertin. Just because you want to keep on building your characters and farming more materials doesn't mean you should keep on using Pikrasma candy, okay? When you run out of energy in the game, actually, I'm going to show you guys something. This has been kind of a boring stream, I feel like, just kind of reading the story, so we're going to do like a sudden quick break. Just real quick, and I will show you one of my favorite Reverse 1999 videos that I saw someone ever make. And it was from the creator who introduced me to the game in the first place. Let's see if I can find it. Give me one moment. It's totally worth it. It's literally worth it, I promise. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a moment. Yeah. Now, we don't have to watch it all the way through. We'll watch it just enough to get to the point where you understand what the video is saying. And you'll just have to listen to the sound from my video game in the background. Alright, so this is Daddy Free to Play, who I found his content when I was playing the game I was obsessed with before Reverse 1999, which was Dislight. Alrighty. So we're going to watch this real quick, and it's a really excellent guide about the top 10 things you should do when you have no stamina in the game, okay? So let's listen to Daddy FTP for a second here.
Well, shit. We're out of stamina, boys. So what then do we do?
I just realized he has Reverse 1999 music in the background of this video also. Kitty! 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 Make chicken. Okay. I didn't mean to pause on a feet shot. I'm so sorry. But, yeah. I really recommend Daddy FTP. Good stuff. He's not really making Reverse 1999 content anymore. But, I still recommend him. I think he's a pretty darn good creator. Now, let's return to the story. Oh yeah, Chameleon. Note to self, next time I run out of stamina, adopt a cat. There you go! That's the right lesson to take from that. Surely.
The job ain't done yet. Far too early to rest. Don't worry, boss. It's just a condition that runs in my family. No biggie.
What are its side effects?
Boss, you expect a merc to reveal her weakness? We ain't that close yet. One thing I can tell you, though, is that I suffer the side effects as long as my eyes are open. Luckily, I've got cutting-edge technology at my disposal.
She holds up the candy between her fingers.
They're safe, efficient, and most importantly, satisfy my sweet tooth.
They may be called candy, but they're actually medicine and ought to be used following medical instructions. You should know that.
Give me a break, boss. What do doctors know about my life? I use these candies whenever I need them. Ain't that the whole point?
But...
Argus motions for her to be quiet.
Shh. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Argus lowers her voice.
A heartbeat. Right outside the door. Someone's eavesdropping on us.
What? You can hear that? So it's not just your eyes. This is creepy! She crouches down. With a faint click, she loads her shotgun. Then she swiftly turns the door handle. Oh! Hi! The eavesdropping girl nearly falls forward into the room as the door swings open.
Care to explain why you're here, Ms. Kimberly? Just how obsessed are you with Mr. Stefan, huh? Even now, after his death?
Oh, no, it's not what you think. I was just looking for my toy and it just so happens.
Your toy?
Toy?
Chameleon says, Bluepuck is giving us trust issues this patch. No, for real.
You know, it ain't my style to point a gun at an unarmed person, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Especially when they're speaking with a forked tongue. 5.
I told you that I was just looking for something.
4.
Are you joking? Why won't you believe me?
She stomps her feet anxiously, making the floor tremble a little.
3.
I didn't.
She closes her eyes as if she has made a decision.
2. 1.
She pulls the trigger. The bullet flies past Ms. Kimberly's ear. Her face turns pale. She curls up, desperately trying to make herself smaller.
Don't kill me! Don't kill me, please! I didn't do anything!
Her fingers tremble uncontrollably as black claws extend from her fingertips. She looks at the claws in shock, quickly tucking them into her chest, then looks nervously at the two of them.
I saw them in Kimberly and Matilda's report.
Oh! Wait, now you remember Vertin? That's so convenient. Thanks, writing.
I thought it was just a coincidence. But now I realize it wasn't. Miss Kimberly, you're a member of Manus Vindictae, aren't you?
I swear, I didn't do anything wrong. All I did was follow my partner like the people in black told me to.
Oh yeah, she's not necessarily a member. She's just a hired hand.
Who's your partner?
I'm hungry all the time. So hungry. Oh, how I envy the likes of you. You can store your food in so many ways. You have enough bread and water in your barns to last an entire winter. Your pastures are full of meat and dairy products.
Oh boy.
But my food... I promise, all I'm trying to do is get back what I lost.
Chameleon says, I mean, to be fair, how many Kimberly could there be in America? True.
There's no need to be afraid. We won't hurt you. As long as you tell me the name of your partner.
Miss Kimberly's eyes dart around.
If I tell you her name, will you let me go?
That depends on your sincerity.
Was that big monster that was giving her orders in the last event, she, her? Or are we talking about a different partner?
She's called Miss Grace.
Miss Grace sounds familiar.
What's your purpose here?
I don't know. Those people in black told me to follow Miss Grace's orders, but she hasn't asked me to do anything since we got here. She must be hiding something from me, but I couldn't care less. I just want to eat.
She speaks earnestly, but her other hand pulls something out of her pocket. Whoa! She gives a sly smile and crushes the item in her hand, revealing a veil of thick black smoke.
You annoying little brats can catch me in your dreams! She's casting a teleport ritual. Argus, your assistant. We can't let her get away.
Oh boy. There she is. The position shifting thing, I'm still a little bit lost on that. How in the heck is that supposed to work?
Let's go where trees and grass grow.
My duty lies with you.
I will remember your
Cool
sacrifice.
music.
Good timing.
Sharp fang.
No need to look back. Frost you with the armor of the forest.
That's it. All right.
For our dream, comrade.
Bang! In a final burst of smoke, Ms. Kimberly vanishes.
She disappeared fast.
At least now we can draw some conclusions. Manus Vindictae has set their eyes on this motel. Under the name of the Order of Enlightenment, they used this place as a base and conducted some failed ritual experiments before they left.
Manus Vindictae. I've heard of them. That infamous group of arcanists.
She looks worried.
If Kayla falls into their hands, things won't turn out well, will they?
I wouldn't worry too much. They usually only target pure-blooded arcanists.
Alright, that's a relief. Kayla's bloodline is 100% human.
But why would Manus Vindictae choose to come here specifically?
Chameleon, damn, Joe was power crept so fast.
What are they trying
by
to do?
characters that came up before him. Or maybe she's less powerful now because of something. Who knows? The conversation continues under the neon lights of the motel.
I was worried you wouldn't be able to make your way back, so I lit the porch light for you. Oh, but how annoying that these moths keep fluttering around.
They're not that annoying, just leave them be.
Cut the crap, lady. Where's Vertin? Take me to her.
I rarely turn on this light. My baby never gets lost, you see.
She gives a faint smile.
But a young, spirited child such as yourself always needs a light to lead the way. Am I right? To the weary traveler, this light is a shelter. To a child, it's a mother. And to you, what does this light mean to you?
The maid's face flushes red.
No matter who they are, people need a light to shine through the darkness, to chase away their fears. Don't you agree?
Are you a member of the Order of Enlightenment?
Order of Enlightenment? Oh, you mean those troublesome guests?
Guests?
The maid ignores her question and continues talking to herself.
I don't like them one bit. They've scribbled all over the place and made a mess of the rooms. They hurt my baby. Oh, my poor baby. Shh, don't be scared. Everything's all right now.
She gently comforts the child in her arms, patting the swaddling cloth softly.
Are they still here?
Oh, of course. They made an offer that I couldn't refuse.
What?
After all.
How much did they pay you?
Oh, you are naive, my sweet child. There are countless things in this world that money can't buy. A traveler can't buy the sudden appearance of a hotel at just the right time. A crying child can't buy the comforting embrace of their mother. And I can't buy that thrilling satisfaction brought by sweet darkness.
What? The maid's near neurotic muttering is getting on Lilia's nerves.
Enough of your endless rambling. I can't waste any more time talking to you. I can't.
What? With every blink, Lilia's sight becomes increasingly blurred. No! She can just about make out the maid's smile. There it is. She gently soothes the dazed pilot.
Sleep tight. Just leave everything to the adults. Yes. What a good child you are.
One of the scariest things in horror movies is when one of the hero characters or one of the, protagonists gets knocked out or drugged or, put to sleep by the monster or the bad guy or whatever, and they lose control and they can't fight back. So creepy. She flips the sign on the door to do not disturb. Eek! Oh my goodness. Necessary buys. She's a reliable and attentive owner of the motel, always making sure her supplies are well stocked, even those that her guests may not need. August 1989. Coffee beans, bed sheets. Going through these too fast. Need a countermeasure. Going through them? Secondhand TV, one set. Haunted, spooky shadows within, the seller said. Cowboy brand toolkit. Cowboy brand toolkit? I hate that. I hate that a lot. Thanksgiving decorations, Pecan Grove air fresheners. The bloodstain trick is too simple. Need to have a word with it. Need to have a word with it. Light of the South bulbs. Pretty crummy, but affordable and useful. Fresh cream. Maybe get some candy next time? Trail candy. Marigold body wash. Smells too strong. Tea bags. Ranch butter. More bed sheets. Hope this batch lasts longer. Secondhand TV set. Sorry, darling, but it's time to say goodbye. So there was a ghost in the TV set, but then she had to say goodbye to the ghost and get a new TV set? I guess? Okay. La. One more? Maybe? Let's do one more.
Found his medication prescription. And, oh. Is this his notebook?
She pulls a crumpled piece of paper from her pocket.
Huh. Just as expected, boss. This motel ain't what it seems to be. Ain't no way that letter was written by Stefan. Take a look. The writing in this letter is delicate and slender, while the writing in this notebook is total chicken scratch. Even a blind person could tell they're written by two different people.
Stefan didn't write the letter.
So it's very likely that the person who sent it wasn't Stefan either.
The maid suddenly comes to mind.
And this?
Bound papers are from the table.
Ugh, I hate numbers. I'll leave this one to you, boss.
It appears to be Mr. Stefan's records of his daily expenses, along with some notes, cigarettes, alcohol, and a significant amount of psychiatric medication. It says he was tormented by his hallucinations day after day, so he had to increase his dosage.
Hallucinations?
And it says he saw a room numbered 707 here.
707?
The motel only has 2 floors.
Right.
There can't be a room starting with 7. Did he describe it at all?
Was he looking at the room 101 upside down? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
He said the room had a bright red door that seemed completely out of place.
Maybe
like
it was just one of his hallucinations.
There's a flash of red in the hallway. Whoa!
No, it's not that. He also saw all kinds of things. A pair of twins in the hallway, long hair hanging from the ceiling, and...
Pair of twins in the hallway? That is way too specific. That's a little bit ridiculous. That's almost getting to the realm of cheesy. Long hair hanging from the ceiling also makes me think of The Grudge.
He saw Barbara, but assumed she was another hallucination.
There's that drawing.
This proves that Barbara's been to the motel, which means...
Well, I'm sorry to say that I've never met an arcanist with the head of a sheep. I can help you ask around if you...
Why did she lie to me?
Argus interrupts her thoughts.
So, did you find anything useful from the expense record?
I need to talk to the maid.
Hold your horses. We haven't searched the washroom yet. You should never skip the bathroom. Ain't you seen The Godfather?
Yeah.
Michael Corleone grabs his gun from behind a toilet tank.
Don't spoil The Godfather! Whatever. Anyway, now the game is like calling out movie references. That's so funny. She pushes open the bathroom door, she speaks. The bathroom mirror is surrounded by half-burned candles. Yeah, that Stefan was talking about the mirror. She holds out a hand to signal a stop. She moves closer and knocks on the mirror. The copper frame gives a hollow echo. Oh my gosh, there's a hidden pathway. A vivid venomous green flashes across the mirror and an ivory face appears in its reflection. What?
Argus. Argus. You've come to me.
Do you know her?
What? Argus doesn't respond. Her eyes are locked on the mirror as if lost in a daze.
Argus. Argus. Argus.
The faint voice echoes around the bathroom like waves crashing repeatedly against the shore.
It's not possible.
Argus's silence gives rise to a bold speculation.
Is that Kayla?
No, there's no way that's her. If you knew Kayla like I do, you'd say the same. This distorted reflection in the mirror is probably a result of the excessive arcanum in this motel. A ritual similar to Bloody Mary used to be quite popular among the kids in this town. If you look into a mirror at exactly midnight, the spirit within will morph into the shape of the person you desire most. But if you respond to the spirit's call, it will drain your soul from your body.
I always thought those were just myths.
So did I. But after all the strange things I've seen, I've become less surprised.
Same.
These spirits feed on the energy of our souls. That's why you should never trust a word they say. The people who are tricked by them fall into a kind of trance and Some, like Mr. Stefan, go crazy.
So his soul got sucked by the spirit in the mirror?
I wonder what he saw in the mirror. Anyway, I won't repeat his mistake.
Oh, right.
For mercs like me, the deepest despair ain't external danger. It's internal hesitation. If some pale imitation makes me hesitate so easily, then how can I claim to be able to protect others? You've got to be able to stand your ground. A cunning criminal would use every excuse to defend themselves in court. And a scheming spy would wear all kinds of disguises to gather information on the enemy. That's why we've got to stay sharp. When it comes down to it, we only have our own two legs to stand on. Mercs ain't philosophers. Once a merc starts pondering morals, justice, and ethics, they're digging their own grave. For a merc, the mission objective is the only thing that matters. Overthinking don't bring nothing but disaster and destruction. That's why it won't fool me.
Her gaze is steady. Memories flash by, distant and playful.
The folks on the ranch adored little Kayla. She was the apple of all their eyes. How dare this ugly imitation? So...
She aims her gun. Woo! I wish the video quality was a little bit better here.
Here's my response.
Oh. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. That was cool.
It depends on the budget.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Keep the sample.
It's literally the mirror. And it looks like the girl from The Ring. That's funny. Someone's reflection. Whatever. Let's just kill it.
I admire your courage.
The moment of utmost.
A new hypothesis.
Sharp thing.
Then comes silence.
The benefits of field mapping.
I will remember your sacrifice.
A good point. A new hypothesis.
Together, we are fearless.
Confirm the coordinates. Taking another look.
Dead.
The moment of silence.
A good point. A new hypothesis.
Benefit from reading.
Keep going. For our dream, come.
Oh boy.
Argus. Argus. You've come to me.
Let this serve as a reminder to remain vigilant. If there were a deceitful Spirit of the Year award, I'm sure that would win.
Was there not a hidden tunnel behind the mirror? I must have misunderstood. Okay. I'm going to stop there for reading the event. And I think I'm also going to hang on to the Twitch recap until I've got a stream with a few more people watching / chatting. Just so we can have a little bit of fun together. Let's do this. And okay, you could do one more. 99 pulls ready for Argus / the new truly limited character that will eventually be showing up. Sweet. Okay. That is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, whether that was live or on the VOD on YouTube. I'll just sign off here. Yawn. I can't help yawning. I'm sorry. I'll sign off here and do the, outro usual thing, finish the recording, and then I will send Twitch people over on a raid or something like that. But you can follow me on socials, Twitter, X, Blue Sky, YouTube, Twitch, ShinyBotTV. And I'm still gonna keep on trying for that Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. Make sure you take care of yourselves and get something to eat and make sure you're hydrated. Maybe check in on someone you think might need checking in on. And that'll be it for me. I hope to see you in the next stream, or I hope you watch some more VODs. Whatever. Have a nice rest of your day. See ya. Bye-bye.